welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2026 Philadelphia
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Whoa! Come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. So the Packers come out and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill it.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And his run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Once again, it's Jacobs. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 7. From the gun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And a good job rallying for the football. Holding just a yard and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. Throw on the run is complete. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Green Bay first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop. Brings up second and 8. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12 and a first down. To Watson. Get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 20, here's second down and 5. On play action, Love. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he did. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Here's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on fourth down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Now, Love. He gets that complete as he hits 3. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with first and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
Here's Love to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the back and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
A second down throw for Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
Throwing here on third and goal. He'll try to run for it. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal is likely to come on here on fourth and goal.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? How fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. His kick is perfect. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this. Field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On play action, here's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
That's right side. He's got it out to Terra. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing a blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, and he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Edgerrin Cooper, they're on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays is we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
2nd and inches. They'll run with Barkley, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Just like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chain, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. That's Goddard in motion. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles move out to a 7-3 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. We'll go play action with Love. This one up top for Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 31 yards. A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Packers.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position.
Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Open man is Reed. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Rules for the receivers, like they call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone, I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That non-verbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And the Packers are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the one, and I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't finish this drive off.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Back up to the 3, it's second and goal. This one caught at the 4, and he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but
he will do it himself. He's in. Jordan Love, touchdown Packers.
now remember back, like their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Packers are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, Barkley to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second back. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. one hard by Smith. And the defense can't up the stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Man in motion is Smith. Hurts to the air on first down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Carl Brooks in there to drop that time. It's a loss of 7.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Hurts. That's out to Brown. Right side. Complete. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. From the shotgun, Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. A gain there of 20. First down, Philadelphia.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him loose, this is what's going to happen.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Way over the linebacker on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. And the Packers 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts to throw. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Running from the pistol with Barkley. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Devontae, touchdown, Eagles.
What a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
for the PAT. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Out comes the offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll begin with terrific starting field position, going with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A quick slant, looked in by Watson.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 2nd down, Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. 3rd down, coming up.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have the Packers' 1st down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pick up of 8. and a yard. Throwing is Love. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. McManus on for the point after. He's got it. The Packers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. They can't fault the offense so far. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, yet they still trail. We can have a shootout on our hands if they keep up their end of the bargain. First down. Gonna keep it on the option. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now Hurts. He's got his man ground. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pick and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Now Hurts. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
A gain of 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down throw for Hurts. Out to his right, and lined up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Dotson, the man in motion. On third down, it's Hurts. To the sideline. Nice job. They pulled that one in, but that is still well short of the first down. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Here's Barkley. He'll get a yard 2 to the 8. Second and goal.
They've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. Partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. The throw is Hurts. That is caught.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to end this drive? The reality is, they've already decided they're going to go for it fourth down.
So a field goal here would tie the game, but the kicking unit stays on the sideline. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this. And you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So in the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Start on the ground with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
On play action, Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 14
Already
yards.
closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
Our handoff running left, it's Jacobs. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down. As a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now Love in trouble, and down he goes. Jalen Carter getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Love to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate all to the punt team. It's fourth down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. On fourth down, the Packers turned over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dobson.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. His completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And he's in on one more. They extend the 2nd quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Love to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. That's to Dobbs again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and it's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, they're There's no mistaking who it is.
This one just too far for the receiver. That one falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it's going to lead to a 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short bomb punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. Hurts to the air on 1st down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. John Johnson was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shot, it's Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. And that is no good. He missed it. And their lead will stay right where it is.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive players trying to figure out. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Big B to return it. And he is stopped at 25. Drive will begin then. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Linebacker Isaiah McDuffie ends the play there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll run the counter with Barkley. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
They'll look to set the screen here. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Packers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 2nd down, Love. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Packers.
This offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into the game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll run the toss to Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense. Held the game.
We see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them, not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pick of about 8. Third and a yard.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. Decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. It's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tough in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point.
Back to throw. He'll swing that wide. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty. Unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. It's a good start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down, and these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they're a handful to track down. go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 43, here's second down and 3. Hurts will fire this one out to Smith. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with a sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
A first down throw for Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine. I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll run the sneak. Walker, he loses the football. The Packers have it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue the ball. Every defense focuses on getting as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle, he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Their next message. Deficit is 5. Still trying to put it together here.
page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On play action. Number 33, here's second and 8. Back to throw is Love. Can't reel it back in. That'll go down to completion.
It's rare to see an offense that takes himself traits and say, well, usually one of their big traits sometimes usually doesn't go hand. So it's a little surprising to see him throw like that in the day. He's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The deficit down to 2.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Bigsby to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Man in motion is Brown. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. There's man again. Another catch. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll run here with Saquon. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
He'll try to run here with Barkley. It looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will throw by a whole lot, but he's got it enough to convert on 3rd down.
And these are the tough yards you judge it back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive, and I think he's able to pick up that first down by about 1 or 2 yards.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on him.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterbacks. Defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. He'll get about 6 before he is. There's the third down and
Tell pretty quickly how comfortable the quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That's to Smith. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Hurts will try it again. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up the first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that could be a bit of a letdown.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, hustling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
To the air again, Hurts. He's got it at the 7.
Optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will make it a 2-score game as they are now up So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's when the offense will take over. Packers offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. In motion, Reed. A carry here for Wilson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Crazy. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his legs for a run of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll go with sneak. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he got it. That's a first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On the run, it's Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of couple. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Love to throw. Open is the tight end, Kraft. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Here's Love to throw. Finding room at midfield. Still going inside the 20. And he will score. Game on. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers will cut it to a 2-point lead. as they kick it off. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is 2. They're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. On the ground is Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
On play action, Hurts. That's caught outside by Goddard. He's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He'll run. Barkley. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle. Then goes for a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll step up and run this. And he's very close to 1st down yardage. The mark him shy, though, at the 48.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
3rd and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. We'll go play action with Love. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Call it a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he brought down after a game of 6 on down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Ground. Here's Wilson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Love. He gets that complete as he hits read. Get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
That's good. For the Packers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play. That's good for 8 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2. On the ground, it's Wilson. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Love. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Was great work. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. Feel field goal range, so you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
This has been such a tough game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. He fits the bill. He steps up and works it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the fake. Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. They'll try to convert it on 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st.
Good for the Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And it's going to be taken down right at midfield. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
We're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Once again, it's Barkley. Struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the field. It's second and 8.
That's going to be Ingram. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Taken in by Dotson. He's on third down with a pickup.
And this is where the speed of your inside receiver is so critical. He lines up in the right slot. Like, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So speed in the slot is critical. It's a great example to watch.
We'll send the tight end in motion right. Hold on to this one. It's a first down.
Successful zone replay is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Out of the gun. They give it to Barkley. He steers clear of the tackler, working his way forward. Forget about four.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through the open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Dotson, the man in motion. On second down, Hurts. Open receiver is Dotson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up down. Going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Here comes Barkley. Ooh. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball. That's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Here it hurts. He'll take it himself. And he will take it in himself. Jalen Hurts. Down Philadelphia.
he's in the open field. For 6.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it. And he is not going to get it. Stop. 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love football. I mean, you all week practice how to have plays. Every call has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn around and just hand the ball to your running back, a little bit more creative, make this opportunity.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now with the lead after that for touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Very good kickoff. Returnable 4. And they'll bring it up to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The offense getting things in order as they try out for this next possession. They'll do so with first. They'll drop to throw. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And a little chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First down, Packers.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's time Green Bay. It'll be the second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Wilson. No! The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chain. Another first down.
You know the best time to pick up first downs is? First downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
On first and 10, here's Love. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Tucker Craft was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second. Back to the air, it's Love. For the middle, that one caught by Watson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Packers.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So now an extra point really doesn't help that much. And make the difference 3. We'll get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain ball. We're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. It ended up being a disaster. They ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So the kickoff came out for one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. To return it. And it'll be brought down just beyond the 5-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. They'll come up for first and 10. Quickly.
Certainly not a big play, but a good example of picking up positive yards by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for second down. To throw is Hurts. Right side, caught by Scott. Burn the timeout. They're in that gray area. Might be able to get some play. One left in this game. We'll see. A first set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hurts will try it again. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And flags come out. That's It's incomplete, but it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to force over. This one is good. Would you expect less from this game? We are going to get some more. Headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Bigsby to return it. He'll be brought down around the 25-yard line. The offense headed back to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains. What every offense is trying to find, it brings up a manageable second down.
At the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's second and 5. Now Barkley. And he's out of bounds beyond the 45-yard line. 16 yards. Come on, that's good for an Eagles first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The cross RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. Remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the NBA. The line can now go to the field. That quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions. It's going to lead you to a penalty. Holding on too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite the level of SEC technology.
Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up Bigsby. Searching for some seems to go. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards. But that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Now a first throw here in overtime. Throw on the run is complete. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, big completion. And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Try again. It's second and 10. A carry here for Wilson. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and 1. Third down and 9. From the gun, it's Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. That's Goddard in motion. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. From the 29, here's second down and 7. Stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And despite his efforts to get away, ultimately he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. This defense, they throw everything they had at him. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Third down and 9. Man in motion is Brown. On third down, here's Hurts. He's got his man, it's Smith. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 21.
Finding Smith and an Eagle. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. They're going to work this down inside the 45. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
Nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. On second down, Bigsby. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a close, fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say so long from South